Hello, hello. My name is Heather Aston, and this is my channel, TT's Trinkets and Treasures. Whether you're a first-time video watcher or some of my faithful members, I appreciate you all for deciding to spend a little time with me. I know that you have a bunch of different choices of how you can spend your time, your money, whatever with me. We're in the middle of a men's jewelry challenge. It is actually Father's Day today. I should be on day 28. It's day 26. I'm going to do my best to get everything done, but I also need to get ready to go see this little girl, my little beautiful Selena Grace. I just got a video from my daughter with her first little giggle. I can't wait. So I'm going to say, probably going to try to talk to my husband and leaving tonight rather than early tomorrow morning. Just because it'll give us that much more time with her. But anyways, so guys, also we just had a live sale and oh my word, was it a good one. We had so many items, and then your girl, once she pulled all the orders, went back and shopped for herself. You guys, I have to tell you, this is our largest sale. It was our largest turnout. The bag we normally put orders in was so stuffed we couldn't put the flap over the top. So I just want to thank you. And again, back to the you can spend your money anywhere. So that you choose to do so with me, I appreciate. As a side note, you can always go back and watch previous live sales. And if there's something you see that you want, just write down the number, email me what you want, your contact information. My email is the name of my channel, TT's Trinkets and Treasures @gmail.com. So I'm going to show you some of the offerings. I'm not going to lie, we had to restart the stream or the video because my husband got home. The dog started barking. I knocked over this and it went all over my keyboard. So then I thought I had paused the video, but I didn't. So we lost all that. So, but I still want to go over stuff that I got. So let's come down to the mat. And you guys, we have these double drilled bone beads. So for double strand necklaces, we sold them per, I bought a whole strand. The other thing that we sold per that I got a whole strand of, where is it? Well, I got a couple. The ornate beads, you guys, they're so beautiful. You guys went crazy for these too. They're just stunning. They're all carved. They're beautiful. Anyway, so how do you get a full strand of those? Did I only get one full strand? Yes, I only got one full strand of these. I love them. They look like wood, even though they are bone. You know what? I brought Brittany, am I saying the right name? Shavers would love these because they are just stunning and beautiful. Had to get a full strand of these. These are going to go so good with pearls and stuff. So, oh, and then I don't know why more of you did not take advantage. I'm sorry, I know my bead meant this. Of these different wood strand rondelles. They are all different kinds of wood, all in one strand. They're absolutely beautiful. I will probably feature these in the fall as well because they remind me, everything pumpkin spice, autumn nights, the autumn moon, all that kind of stuff. They remind me of Indian corn. They're just stunning. I love it. So I actually grabbed 2 of those strands. Then I found these. I don't know how I missed them before, but these have not been in a sale. These are buffalo horn, but they are like so slick and soft and shiny. They're just beautiful. And so, of course, I had to get these. Depending on how many are left, I might put this up in the live sale. But if you like them, you might want to let me know. because I don't know. I cannot remember how many strands they were. Then you guys know we had the Dragon Skin Agate. We had so many shapes, sizes, the color of them, the variety of color with them is just crazy. You go from this light blue color to, again, I got a couple strands. So, to your dark, moody ones. So, you guys, look. Look how it draws out the blue and this natural midnight blue tiger eye. This pulls out the darker colors. This pulls out the lighter colors. They're beautiful. They go with like, yeah, those last ones I just finished showing you. Beautiful with these. And then because they are, the variety of colors in these is just, we picked the tiger eye on purpose. And like, this is why. You see how it has like the yellows and golds in it that the honey or even regular tiger eye would draw out. They're gorgeous. They're stunning. There's a reason why I helped pick these. And I just wanted to bring them to you guys. Again, if there's anything you like, let me know. And then you guys, I met a new bead that I had never known before. And they were one of the most expensive beads of the night, but they're stunning. They are the perfect, soft, minty, like greens with some gold. I'm afraid you're not getting the color of them well enough. They're hemimorphite. Look at you guys for the lighter colors. Or I would even put it with the darker colors to help accentuate the lighter colors. So you just saw these with the midnight blue tiger eye. You mix them with these hemimorphite or the amazonite. We also featured amazonite because it goes perfectly with this. And you are just like, you're good to go. Also, we didn't feature this one for a reason. It's a very expensive strand of beads, but this is blue-green apatite. Wait, kyanite. Sorry, not apatite. Kyanite. So look, you guys. Oh my gosh. It's just perfect. If you want some and you can get a split, let me know. Their retail price is $75. So like I said, very expensive beads, but they're beautiful. Look at this light green one right here in the middle. Oh, so pretty. I know there's a bunch of stuff on my desk. It's having a hard time focusing, but it's you guys. Chat with your girls. See if anybody else wants to split with you. See how it has the green. No, you can't because there's too much stuff on my mat. Here, let me try to do it this way. Hello. We want to focus here. You now see why. I promise I will show these again because I'm going to use them in a design. I'm sorry. I will be using these in a design very shortly because they're stunning and they go perfectly with it. Like, I saw it that I almost bought a strand very similar to one that I found for one of our faithfuls, Beth, that you guys, the perfect blue color in lavender white flash, like matchy all the way. This would be a great match for the like when you get the lighter kind of golden flash. These would be perfect with it. But yeah, I was being a personal shopper for Miss Beth and came across that and was like, ugh. And then I showed Bernie what we went through, and he was like, oh my goodness. So yeah, so the hemimorphite, if you get both a 6 and an 8 millimeter, strand, it comes out to $75. One's $35, the other's $40. But you guys, I'm telling you, they're perfect. I cannot wait to have my 4K camera. I swear I need to get it. It's going to be better. We're going to be clear. You guys are going to be able to see the beads better. It's going to be awesome. I have another bag over here that has more tube beads that I'll bring out later because I'm I don't want to bump this again and get the sandbag going in a circle, which makes me seasick. But where are the rest of my ovals? I thought I grabbed those out. Oh, I did, you guys. Here are the tube beads too. Gotta show them to you. I got so many, you guys. He opened 2 other strands, and I paid the per bead price rather than the strand price so that I could pick out which ones I like the best. Look at this, you guys. Is that not stunning? There's that one. And this is with the camera not doing it justice. You see those pinks and browns? Perfect with rhodonite. Regular tiger eye. The red tiger eye would be stunning with this. And then you have ones that have like the softer wave blue. And see, I hope that people see the beauty in this stone on this side. I get it. This is more uniform. It has the agate banding. It has everything agate's known to have, the flowering, everything. I just want, this is a beautiful piece. But also, a lot of these guys, you flip it over and you have a whole different look, just like some of the bone beads. I used one in a design where like on one side it's black with the white, and then you flip it over and it's the white with the black. So you get 2 completely different looks all out of one piece of jewelry. They're great. Now, everybody, hold your breath. Oh, let me clear some of this off because I want you guys to get the clearest picture that you can. And then I will go ahead and show you what else I got. And as we were leaving, he's like, here, take these and these and these. Over at the wall with the metal beads from Ethiopia. So I got more of like a rondelle shape in silver, and he picked them. Another of the variegated, or not the variegated, the 7mm bicones. He gave me copper in the bicones, brass in the bicones. Yeah, it was great. He's such a sweetie. We had made an agreement at the beginning that we would do 3 to 4 of these and then reassess if we wanted to continue doing so or not. And so he had his daughter watch the last sale. She said the only issue, that it was great, the only issue she had was lighting, and I can't remember the other ones, but both, so she couldn't see the beads well enough. Even though I have an 18-inch light cam that has over 2,000 light bulbs in it. So that's what I'm telling you. The camera situation just needs to get fixed. Why? I hope it's as clear with you guys today as it is on my camera, on my screen, because on my screen it looks great, but we are going to be having the 4K camera very, very soon. I ordered a total of 4. The first 2 were meh, meh. One had the traces up the screen, that which if you watched the last tutorial, I recorded it with that. The other one that it was broken was from a completely different brand, but the exact same camera. So, and I plugged it in just to check, and yes, it did the tracers too, which is very annoying. So I don't want to record with that. I thought I just grabbed. Am I losing my melon? Oh, here there. I put the honey tiger eye stuff on it. You guys, your girl bought 4 strands of these, and as soon as I show them to you, you're gonna know why. Oh, wrong way. Look at this one. They're all so pretty. I love this deep dark blue. That midnight tiger eye and the kyanite with this, stunning. Or even just the Job tier seeds. See how pretty those are? How they kind of soften more of the like more dramatic tones of this to kind of soften them out a little bit. It's going to do that. Same thing with the coral. The natural blue coral looks gorgeous with these. The heishi shell beads, which I just pulled a bunch off the strand on accident, go great with them. You guys, you just put this around, break it up with some bone or buffalo horn, some silver spaces ever so often, and you've got like the best beachy necklace. If I hadn't just done one of those, like literally 3 or 4 videos again, I would definitely do so. I might still do so, just not part of the challenge. But you guys see them? They're just so gorgeous. Anyways, we were discussing and we decided that we are going to continue with this partnership. So that makes me very happy. I want that to happen. It's been going great. So see, these are the lighter colored ones, but even if you like mix and match them together, see, again, it softens down the darker, the more dramatic browns and dark blues, which are beautiful. I mean, really? Anyway, so I have to get the last couple of videos done. I know I already did this on a sale, just so you know, anytime we have a live sale, you can go back and watch it anytime. And if there are items that you would like to place an order with, reach out to me. I will let you know whether or not we still have them in stock. And if so, how much they are, and we can just go from that. Okay, on to the video now. Sorry, 17 minutes in, couldn't help it. Couldn't help it. I don't really think that I'm going to be doing unboxings other than stuff that I get from Bernie's here on out. I don't know. I haven't made like a full yes, no, we're not doing that right now, but I haven't put out any of this month's boxes. I did an unboxing for Bargain Bead box. I haven't put it out. I don't know. I like the partnership that I have, and so yeah, I think I'd rather stay with that. And now that I'm seeing these, it's about to happen. Yep, that's what we're using. Oh, goodness. I should have enough for a full double strand because I'm going to mix these in and probably some metals in. Or maybe I'll just use these and not these. With some silver, which isn't really like silver. It's like a champagne color. That looks good with those. We could even put one of the smaller tubes at the top of the wrist. Let me see what that looks like real quick. If I do it, I want it to be a smaller one since it would be on the top of the wrist. Like, my. I'm going to take a line out of Joe Kenda from Discovery ID. Well, my. Nothing more needs to be said. You guys. Do I want to start with this one? I actually have this one that's smaller. A lot of the same coloring. So we're going to go. And I have to like how these strands are knotted per every bead so that you can separate them without like losing all of your beads or having to find a place to put all of those rather than just having them on a strand. I'm so sorry, you guys. I really am because I don't like it when others' videos do that. Okay, here we go. We need to get out some soft flex. I was going to use copper when I thought about using copper, but then I want to do these smaller, like they're not a rondelle, they're not a bicone. They're like the little squishy ones, somewhere in the middle. So let's see how far. Since the Joe tiers or the metal beads are going to be the longest. Man, these are right on that. I don't know how they strand these on such thick cording, but I mean, it works out well for us because it means it'll go on leather nice. If the leather would go through the holes, I would so do that. Now that I just said that, you know, I've got to try it. Oh, let me see. I just put all my leather away. Let me see. Let me see if the 1.5 millimeter will go through these. Because love you, soft blacks. We're using leather. Because I'm pretty sure we might not be able to use all the same beads, but do we want us to do that? Let me see if these, the heishis won't go on, and I don't think the job tiers would either. I can do this at another time. Let's stick to the soft blacks. We'll go from there. We need to make sure that this will go from the 2 bead to these fairly easily. We don't want them to be matched. I'm just cutting 2 lengths of soft blacks. Oh man, come on. Put the ruler away, the soft blacks. Where's my thing? Am I the only one who saves these at an end of the roll because I lose them off of my other roll? Or is that just a Heather issue? I need to grab 2 little clippies. So I have them for the bottom of each strand. And let's see how well, if we go to the middle hole here, and we could even use some tubing, but maybe that will mean that we can go back out from this without much. These ones might be too big. Yeah, those ones would be too big. What about the heishis? Can I do? Because the heishis are a bit smaller than the bicones. Come on, stay on. Is it just going to be one of those days? So far, it seems so. It's okay. I need to. Yeah, those can't be there. I would probably need some little silver beads. Okay, guys, we're not going to do the double strand until I have time to think it out a bit more, because I just want it to be, yeah, I don't want this to get too complicated. So I think I'm just going to make a bracelet using this tube, some job tiers, some silver. We will need to put beading tube on this wire. Kind of bummed I cut that much because I only thought I'd need it for the double strand because, you lose some of your wire, but it's okay. Let's measure this out though. We don't need more than 7.5 inches because I still have to do all the closures and all that fun stuff. So, and we may not need this for the full length. I didn't think of that part. So if we put this through, I should put it through other, and we put a silver on either side, and then we go to the job tiers, or we pull out the silver. Well, not this silver, other silver. Maybe a buffalo horn on the other side. By the way, I'd really like to know what you guys thought of the memory wire bracelets. I bet you were like, you're going to do what with what? I was a little surprised myself. That's beads that are like right on top. I don't like when it's all just the same size bead. Like, it drives me nuts. That was my memory wire cutters. And while they would have worked, let's see here. Do we want to go big to little? Oh wow, both of these are quite small. Oh, that's so pretty, you guys. You guys, we are probably just going to do this and this. I just need to decide if I want to put a heishi in between. I guess there's only one way to find out, and that is to grab them, which they're never far away from me. Stop hitting the camera, Heather. Goodness sakes. Okay. Or I have African recycled glass handmade beads, which could be really pretty. Yeah, I like that better than the heishis. That's what we're going to do. I've wanted to use these for so long, and this is like the perfect situation for it. Love it. Not sure I'm even going to use the shells, so we might as well move those now. I think I want to keep this like as natural and pretty as possible. Because we are going to use these guys, we're gonna have to cut pieces of beading tube because the beading tube will be too thick to go through that, and we need it for just about. See, that's why there's grasses coming out everywhere. So yeah, so do you see how that fell down? It's because this hole's bigger. If it was putting it on beading wire, means that it will. Do you see how one's sitting lower? It's because it needs the bead tubing in the middle of it. I don't like going back to the brown after that. I don't know if it's because the shape of the bead. All right, guys, we might be using the heishis after all. I know this is such a long video. Once I get my pattern figured out, I will stay steady. That is the way that I like to put my heishi beads on. I like to take them out in a section. Yeah, we definitely need the bead tubing, but look, if we go this, and then more shell, love it. It's perfect. Okay, so I need to get some bead tubing. Well, no, you don't. You have it right here. So we need one that is long enough for all of these beads plus another brown over here. So right here, I just dropped my mandrel. Sorry. Right here should be long enough. Go ahead and pull this off on this side so I don't have to restring those heishis. Come on, go in the tube. Thank you. Or over the wire. And we're gonna start with the brown. Don't slide out, please. Come on. There we go. Start out with the brown, go to the silver, put the tube on, and then go back down the same pattern. And you guys are gonna love this bead tubing. I have left some links for it in other videos. They do have like smaller, like Beadalon has one that's 25 bead, and then I found one that has a whole bunch of different shapes and sizes and everything else. Okay, now I need to make sure, where is the bead tubing ending on this other side? Okay, it was right on the end. So my tubing is ever so slightly too big. So I'm going to do a little gentle squeeze and see if I can just pull that off. Now I'm just going to pull it to the end. I don't want to risk cutting my wire. Because just as you guys don't like when I waste wire, I don't like to waste wire. It's expensive. It came in a 100-foot roll. So, okay. I'm going to push that over there so I can see. How did I cut too much off now? How is that possible that I just cut too much off? Did we go from there to there? Try this again. Oh, I just pulled all the heishi off. Darn it. That's depressing. But it's just a bead, so it's fine. We're going to be fine. There's it's not, it's just a series of unfortunate events. And that has been my mode that I've been in all day. Okay, I want this down. And I want the brown bead over it. And I'm doing it down by the end of the soft flex, so that if I need to cut some off, it's all right here. Okay, now I know that the soft flex, yeah. Oh. Fiddly, fiddly, fiddly. Once I get this metal piece on, it's going to go so quickly. I just have to make sure that I get my bead tubing for the middle at the right size. And I think we've accomplished that. Okay. Now I will deal with those shells later. Okay. We're going to go like this. My hands are so dry. That's something else that the 4K camera or cameras, you guys are going to be able to see just how bad my hands get. Oh, okay. I think I might now do the full length of the shell bead, Heather. I want that to be just a bit longer than what it currently is. And then we're going to go brown, silver, brown. So we're going to need that and a bit more for those. I think this will be good. And then we're going to go on 2-strand with this. You can accomplish this in other ways, guys. By having a tighter, what am I trying to say? You can put the bracelet over the top of, put like a little bead in between and have it, but I don't like the drape of it. I don't know how to say what it is I'm trying to say, but just know that I always try to do things thoughtfully and intentional. And this just allows me to get the best look on my bracelet when I'm mixing large and small beads. You know what? I just did all of that and I'm going to change it. You guys are going to be like, Heather, get it together already. I think I want to go silver bicone. Or no. Yes. Silver, brown, silver instead of the other way. Come on. You can do it. I think it'll look better to go, which means I need to change the order of these real quick. And we will put them with the brown and then the silver coming out instead of the other way around. And we will do it on this side as well so that our pattern is consistent, though it would have been fine to do what we just did. Okay. So now we have that. I'm not going to cheat. I'm not going to cheat. Not going to cheat. I know the video is getting long. I'm sorry. I will do this as quickly as possible. I'm trying to reduce like my bead soup. You know, all those beads that you pull out and don't end up using, that get brushed up to the top of your mat, and you look at it and you're like, putting that away is going to be such a pain. So let's just push it up. No, that's not the way I want to do things. But the other two cameras that are coming today, both of those ones have a remote so I can zoom in and like move the camera over this way or over that way, up or down, which I think is going to be a game changer and will keep me from having to go up to the camera with beads so that you guys get a better look. Plus, I didn't even really need my ring light with the other ones, so I don't know. I'm going to measure the length of the heishi beads. Just so I know how many I put on here. So just at 1/2 inch. And then we're going to go silver. Oh, sorry. Beading tube. Silver. Brown. I need to get that in so I know whether or not this tubing is too long. And it looks like it might be just a smidge. Yep, just a little smidge. But that's okay because I know they're itty bitty pieces and you might think it's silly to keep them, but I do in fact keep them for when I just need it for one bead. So I have a little container for, and they get put away in there. Don't ask me why, because I couldn't tell you. Okay, that looks to be about 1/2 inch. I'm going to take it off very carefully. Don't apply too much pressure or they'll all lay down on you and go flying the way that it did with me earlier. Ooh, let's measure that and see if I need to add any more. I think it might need just one more. Yeah, like one, maybe both of these right here. And then it will be another area. That be enough? This should be enough. And then we will go silver, brown, silver. And obviously you guys could vary this very easily, especially if you've bought beads, but you don't even have to have the beads from Bernie's. I'll tell you, they're top notch though. But yeah, okay, let's see where we're at lengthwise. We are at 2.5, and this is just over an inch long. So 3.5 by 2.5 is 6. And we will probably end with shells. Yes, that's what we're going to do. So I will put a 1/2 inch of beads on here. Let me go the other way real quick. We want 1/2 inch of beads. Don't put wire on top of your shell strands. Okay, I will tell you, don't leave this much string. Like, you're going to want to pull some off. It will make it so much easier to pull a section of beads off if you have it that way. So, like I said, you could have used the Job tears with this too. I'm excited to use those. Don't come off. With pearls and like maybe that black buffalo horn. Okay, is that enough? It's gonna need the other two that I pulled off originally. I can tell just by looking. Although I've also watched my designs go like where the first one, it's kind of like the first child, second child, third child. It's wash the hands, don't touch them, can't do this, can't do that. And then the second and third two come along and it's like, yeah, whatever. There, I think. It's one of those things. So then you get more or less of what's supposed to be on there because you stop measuring. Ooh, that one I did not cut straight for some reason on either side, and we don't want that because then the little itty bitty part will stick out and won't let, and then the shells won't sit flush. So silver. Let me do it this way. That hole's better. If you have one hole that's better than the other when it comes to this, put that one on, put that one through first so that it's easier. It goes on the okay. I think that'll be okay. All right. My heishi beads. Okay. Pew, pew, pew. I want to make Selena's laugh like my ringtone or something. It's so cute. Okay, measure. Sorry. No, that one needs the last two taken off. It's too long otherwise. And then we need another piece of beading tube, which is right about there. Make sure the other end is cut flush. There we go. Stick your bead tubing on. And just so you clearly understand what I'm saying, let me see if one of these beads has. No, all of these are pretty similar. There was just one that had like a little piece there that would have made it going on the tube. See what this one didn't want to go down. Thank you for, giving me an example, sir. So we're gonna go there. I'm gonna make sure that, yeah, it is too much. So we'll bring this carefully down. And we'll just cut the very end off of that and feed it back through. First the sufflex. And then with the beads. Okay, are we good now? Is it still too long? Really? This came off the wire altogether. All right, this should be it. But I've said that like 2 times now already, aren't I? And I'm completely out of frame of the camera. I'm so sorry. I'm sure you were yelling at me. Sorry I didn't hear you. There we go. Okay, another 1/2 inch of heishis. And then we will assess the situation. That is not enough. That should be good now. Let's see. Yep. Another piece of beading tube. Let's not go crazy this time either. You'd think I'd measure it, right? This even cuts the tubing. One side is flush, one side is not. Okay, so we're going to put this on, and then this is where we left off on the other side, which was with the metal brown metal bead. And I think I cut this one too big too. No, I know I cut it too big. I'm going to have so many for singular beads. I really do have a container of them. Because sometimes it's just one bead. And instead of like pulling everything out and whatnot, it's just not worth it to me. Silver, that's a big one. I must have that on my board from another sale. Or another design, I mean. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we have 3 sections of the heishi, which we all know that we're drawn to the eye, but even if we have to put more beads on, which I don't know why we would, but we've got, oh yeah, that's right, I dropped it. Sorry if I'm hitting again. I'm doing my best not to. Okay, so we're gonna put this on the mandrel as best we can with that middle tube bead. We are, yeah, we do need a section of heishis on either side. That 1/2 inch should be exactly what we need. Okay, that's the right size. It just needs to be pushed down into place. There we go. So that 1/2 inch plus our clasp situation, which I'm so bummed, you guys, that they did it, that the easy crimps didn't get here in time. They're perfect for summer. They're perfect for the little like beachy designs and stuff. They're the way, my preferred method of ending off a design. It's just, it's so cool. I just really like them. I think that it's a great look. Wow, I did cut way too much soft flex. I just thought I was going to have to, and I think I didn't. I either didn't put enough on this side or I put too many on the other side. Let's see. Yeah, I have like 2 more on this one, and then it'll be the same. And I know you're probably going, really? They're teeny tiny. 2 more is going to make the difference. It does. See? Okay, so now that we're here, we are going to try to find my crimps. I'd rather use my bead-along ones, but I don't see them right here. And I've got the Beadsmith one. So we are going to, oh, did that fall off of, no, it's all planned. Okay. We're going to need 2 silver ones. That one's a little squatty. Okay. We are going to put our crimp on. We're going to come back and go through. We are going to size our loop. We are going to get it in the concavity. Nope, nope, nope. You got to get it in the right spot. Otherwise, you can squash your beading wire when you don't want to. And then I'm going to explain this in greater detail when I do the other side. I'm sorry. Sometimes I forget that I'm teaching and I just act as if we're all friends and everybody knows how to do that. I switched that way more times than I needed to. There we go. I'm hoping that doing this will mean that I have a big enough piece for something. I don't know. Probably not, but it's okay. So come on. Thank you. Okay. We want to pull that down, and then we want to make sure that there's fluidity to the bracelet. We don't want any of the beads to buckle. We don't want our heishi beads to break. So we're going to make sure it's where we want it, which it is right there. I'm not much of a gap girl, but when I'm using 2 beads and such, I tried to do it. Okay. If you look inside of these crimpers, you will see that there's a little round, well, half round on this side, round on this side. When you squish, you don't have to like go all Hercules on it, just squish it. And if you do it correctly, you should go this way, this way, this way, this way. So like 12, 9, 6, 3. And you should have it. I crimp on it until I don't feel any more give, like any more squeeze back, because that just means that I've got the right thing. Now, you want to make sure that you're always in the center. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a little bit of silver like sticking out weird on either side of your crimp, and it can be scratchy. So you just want to be careful. And like I said, I go until I don't feel any more like pushback. When you try it, you'll understand what I meant by that. It gets to a point where it doesn't feel necessary to like crimp it anymore because it's staying put. And these heishis don't want me to cut this off. Oops. No, I just almost did a big boo-boo. Okay. There we go. And then we are just going to throw a couple of jump rings on a lobster clasp and we're good to go. They are going to be a brighter silver than the handmade Ethiopian silver beads, but that's just the way it goes with these. Okay, then I'm going to use a 3mm on the side where the lobster clasp is, and then I will use a 6mm on the other side so that we get the proper spacing. I will actually put this on and then see like where I'm at, and if I need to adjust it and use a slightly smaller one, that's okay. Oh, I'm like, where are all my pliers? You haven't had to use them yet. That's all. But just as an FYI, you can always use the end of this crimper as your other set of pliers. So we need this, and we need our cloth, and then we will grab this. and twist it back until it is properly closed, which is there. Okay, now I'm going to use my other loop just to see where we're at. Size-wise, and I made it way too big. How did that happen? I mean, it's not way too big. It's at 8. It's at like 7 3/4, 8. I just don't understand how it happened. I'll fix it after the fact. I'll probably just, I don't know what I'm going to do. Take off half of each of these. That'll barely give me enough to make a loop. I don't know. Anyways, I would put a, I would still like to put a larger jump ring on just because it's going to take us from 7 3/4 into the 8 range for sure. So I'll have to fix that because most men's bracelets are between 7 1/4 and 7 1/2 there, but you do have gentlemen that have larger wrists. So I don't know. I'll figure it out. But anyways, guys, I need to get all this cleaned off. I'm so embarrassed that I just did this whole thing with my bead mat. Such a mess, but I'm trying to get these all out. I just released day 25. So I'm not going to release all 28 today. That would be 4 of them. And that's a lot of videos in one day. But I will be trying to record those and a sparkly bit or two to play as I'm in California. I already have a couple set and ready to go. So those are coming. They're already recorded. That way you guys still have tutorials while I am gone. And I hope you're enjoying this. If you are not already a subscriber, I would love it if you would subscribe and change the notification bell to all. What is my hair doing? Change the notification bell to all so that you never miss a new release of my video, unless you think this lady's crazy and you move on. Either way, it's good. Not everybody's I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but it's okay because I'm mine. So that's all I need to know. I hope you guys are having a fabulous Father's Day. If you do, watch this then and celebrate the guy you're with who did an amazing job. My husband, Steve, is an amazing dad. He is always there for the kids. He does everything he needs to. Whatever it is they need, he does his darndest to make sure that they have it. And most of their wants too. But anyways, I hope that you guys have a blessed rest of your day. And as always, happy beading.